Hello and welcome, I'm Grim, and this is Forest Village. Okay, so last episode was a few days ago now, and in normal fashion I failed. So what I've done is I've been playing a bit off camera, trying to figure things out and get a village that wants to live. So we're sitting at year 19 just now. We have a good supply of vegetables sitting in there, and also a little bit of bread, the odd bit of meat here and there as well, but in general we're kind of surviving. So what I did to start with was put down another house for the homeless guy at the beginning, then put in things like the orchards, 2 different fields, one larger one for just potato. But I think I started this with potato as well until I actually needed the other resources, like the grass for the... is it straw? The hay, even, sorry. And also the apiary to get a little bit of honey going, and fishery, or fisherman's huts, whatever it is. So that was kind of the starting little bits just around here. Then obviously quickly put in the foresters, lumberjacks and a hunter. Once I had them in and everything was surviving, quickly put in a chicken coop. Quite a large one because, you know, it doesn't actually take too much of the oats. Swapped this field into oats and then let it run for a little bit and everyone was surviving. So then I put in another small field and a bakery, just to keep some more food going. It's also quite hidden, but around here I've got mines and another little house actually. The blacksmiths, if I can actually see things, so yep, the kiln, the furnace, another little barn just for extra bits of food. I've also put a carpenter's in. I'm not too sure if the tools just make everything a bit easier to work with. Also a weaver's workshop, and tucked in the back here there's a stone quarry as well. So, you know, I managed to get most of the basic resources going before expanding any further, so I've expanded out this way a little bit now and put in, I think it was a 20 by 30 farm, which takes 7 people to run, but you know, that's given a good amount of crops there, so that's about 3,500 that we get from there. Also a bit of a bigger apiary and another orchard, as well as 2 more fisherman huts, and I've actually put in a tavern as well, just to make things a little bit more interesting. So the tavern that runs on the grain and the oats that we've been gathering, and water, which is right next to it there anyway. So one good thing though is I've noticed in a previous game, as I just mentioned, grain, bread only takes grain and water, so you don't need a lot of wheat to actually get bread going. And as you can see, I've got a good amount of wheat stockpiled up there anyway, and that's just from this small 10 by 10 field. So I think that's probably the way to get started, is keep it a little bit low at the moment, well, low to begin with, the amount of houses, that sort of thing, but keep the amount of fields and other food, resource gathering, that sort of thing. You want to have quite a few of those going. As you see, I mainly leave the fisheries unattended during summer months and have everyone else into the main food side of things, so they get a little bit of fish during winter, and that normally keeps them going. But yeah, it's at least surviving a lot longer than the previous episodes. Sorry I haven't actually put it on camera whilst playing through this one, but I wasn't too sure if it'd survive, because I have played about another 7 or 8 times on different villages, and they've all got to about 14 years, and run out of food. But so I'll cut in and out of what I'm doing currently, and we'll take it from there. Okay, so yeah, as I said, I'm gonna test the size of the coops. So it's just winter, it's hard to see where... Okay, the entrance is there, so that should do us there. So that was a 30 odd by 20 odds coop there. We'll see how that goes. We do have an influx of people coming. There's another 6 teenagers and another 6 children, and that was one which has just grown up. So we do have a good few people. Oh, someone died of old age. That's okay. That's fine. But yeah, we do have a good influx of people coming soon. So I do want to bear in mind, obviously, gathering more food. I suppose I'll have to start terraforming up through this area again, and possibly have a look at more food production. I think my initial idea was possibly do a heavily food production sort of area, and then possibly a small town with more advanced buildings further off into the centre of the island. But as you can see on the map, there's a good kind of flat area in between the 2 raised areas here, so it's not going to be too much work terraforming all that as a main sort of town area. But we'll see how we survive anyway. As I said, fingers crossed that's these next 12 people aren't going to push us over the edge. And hopefully this chicken coop won't take too many people to keep it running as well. Okay, so we're just about finished with the coop, and we'll see what we need from there. I'm going to take a couple of people to run. Is that possibly 4 people? Ooh, could be interesting. Oh, what was that? What, is that 7 people? Well, I can spare 3 at the moment. I guess we'll just have to wait for the others to come, actually. Do I want to... Yeah, we'll keep you going, actually. Have some wood. I can remove one of you and bring you in as well. So we'll have 4 people working the field, and we'll see how that goes until we get, obviously, a few more people come of age. Let's see if we can speed things up here. We'll relocate half of the animals over here. And this is always a fun bit. The chickens walk themselves over the village and to their new home. So anyway, what resources are they taking at the moment? That's quite a lot of water that they've picked up. Good thing I've put a well right in there. Not too many oats for the moment, but I'm sure that will all change. So, oh god, that's almost 190 chickens. Okay, that's going to be interesting. We'll see what we can get from this then. I've not actually tried doing fields this large. It's one thing I'm testing this time round, just to see if it gives any better effects. I'm obviously seeing the benefits of having a 3.5k yields from that field. Oh no, Era died. One of the farmers, that's okay, we can get along with 6 farmers on that field, that's fine. But I did notice that earlier, actually, there was someone called Error. So I'm guessing the game has misplaced a name or forgotten how to do things. But never mind. We're already up to 33 there. That's not too bad. They seem to multiply quite happily. If I did put half in, that's only gone up 1 or 2. So yeah, it looks like the big fields produces a lot more just from the get-go. Actually, they seem to be multiplying that a little bit faster, being that more room, I guess. But that's not too bad. We'll see how that goes when it's actually up to full production. Okay, so we're just coming into winter just now, so I've swapped everyone from farming to fishing and the other resources, either production or the mines there. So that should keep us going for winter. And the coop, it's not doing too bad. We're almost halfway there on, well, yeah, I guess halfway there on the chickens, and we're taking about 200 odds of the oats. So that's not too bad, but just as a precaution, I've put in a field down here, and that might just be an oat field. Again, what was that? Perhaps like an 18 by something, I think, or 14 by 14ish sort of area. So just in case we do need to top up the oats, we'll have an empty field running there. But I probably won't need to actually have people running that for the moment. We have a few more teenagers come of age as well, so we're starting to get a good amount of people. So we're hoping that with the influx of people, it's not going to cause too much strain on the food production and harvesting sides, and they're not going to start eating too much and starve to death like they normally do. Because hopefully this massive chicken field here and this small one here, we can harvest quite a lot of meat from there in a crunch. And hopefully that will start actually producing a lot more of the meat and eggs anyway, which will keep people fed. But as I said, with the spare fisheries opening up during winter, again, it's not too much of a problem. We do get some of the supplies in. I'm not too fussed about the rest of the year. They can sit kind of empty until we get enough people to be running them as well. Then we should be fine for food no matter what. And always producing from everything. And then we can focus on, I guess, expansion into the small town area over there. Okay, so we're just coming into spring again, so we've shifted everyone back into farming. But looking at this coop, that's quite a lot of oats it's actually starting to consume, so I've had to go ahead and put this into production of oats and put in everyone extra into farming just to get that going as well. So, yep, watch out for your oat production. Oat consumption. I'll tell you what, we can kill off maybe a few of these, that might slow it down. Well, that's about the only thing I can think actually. So I guess we can be quite brutal with this one and have a lot of meat come in. The other one only takes about 130 oats, I think, at a time, instead of the 500 odd that this one is taking, so I'll tell you what, I'll maybe put you back down to about 30. Seeing as that's roughly what you started with last time and only took a season to come up to about full actually. Oh, we do have a couple of people come of age there. Another one, sorry. I'll go ahead and put you, fishing. And keep the food production going. So we've got another 4 people eventually to come without expanding, so I don't want to really push it too far just yet. We'll keep everything just kind of ticking over, make sure that we are starting to gather a lot more food, hopefully. Well, at least on the meat side we should be getting a lot more. And we do have some people actually currently still in fishing, so we'll pick up a little bit of extra food there as well. So it should be fine. As long as we can keep going. Okay, so we've managed to regather most of what was used from putting in the large chicken coop. We seem to be keeping even, I think, on the food production side. So I think everything's going to be fine, actually, from now on, as long as I can keep expanding food as we expand the village. It should all be okay. But I think what I'll do is I'll call it a day there, folks. So thanks for watching. Hope you like what you've seen, and remember to give a thumbs up, subscribe, and go check out Meta's channel as well. Okay, thanks now. Bye bye.